Gemini, listen to me very carefully, because what the stars are whispering to you on the 17th day of August 2026 is not a coincidence. You clicked this video because something inside you already knows someone is coming. Not a stranger, not a passing shadow. A person who has been written into your destiny since before you understood what longing truly meant. The universe is placing them directly into your path, and the timing. The timing is closer than you dare to believe. But here is the twist that will make your breath catch. This person is not arriving the way you expect. They are not arriving through the door you have been staring at. They are arriving through a door you forgot existed. And the moment you recognize them, everything you thought you knew about love will quietly dissolve. Before I reveal who this person is and how they will find you, tell me in the comments where in the world you are watching this from right now. Drop a heart. Subscribe if you have not already, and let the universe know you are ready to receive. Gemini, my dear, my beautiful, endlessly searching Gemini, I need you to settle into this moment. I need you to let your shoulders drop. I need you to unclench that part of your chest that has been tight for weeks, maybe months, maybe longer than you want to admit. Because what I am about to tell you carries the weight of a promise the cosmos does not make lightly. There is a person. There is a specific, breathing, real person whose thoughts have begun to orbit your name without them fully understanding why. They feel you before they see you. They dream in fragments of your laughter before they have even heard it. And the stars, Gemini. The stars are conspiring with a tenderness that would make you weep if you could see the architecture of it. You have been waiting. I know. I know you have been waiting in that quiet, aching way where you smile at everyone else and tell them you are fine, you are patient. You trust the process. But at night, when the room is still and the phone screen is dark, something in you whispers, "Is it ever going to be my turn?" And that whisper has grown heavier lately. You have watched others fall into love so easily, so carelessly. And you thought, why does it seem to skip me? Why does it feel like I am always the one standing at the edge of the room while everyone else is dancing? That doubt, that quiet heartache, that feeling of being almost chosen but never fully claimed. I see it, the cards see it, and I am here to tell you that it ends, not in some distant, foggy future soon, very soon, but that is not all. There is something deeper here, and I need you to hear me clearly. The reason this person has not appeared until now is not because you were unworthy. It was never about worthiness. You were never too much. You were never too complicated, too talkative, too restless, too full of questions. No, the reason is sacred. The universe was clearing a path. It was removing people who would have dimmed your light, situations that would have taught you to shrink, attachments that would have kept you small. Every silence, every unanswered text, every person who walked away without explanation was not rejection. It was protection. It was the cosmos saying, "Not them, I have someone better, wait." And you waited, God, did you wait? And that waiting was not empty, it was holy. It was the soil turning itself over so that something rare could take root. The tarot confirms this with a voice so clear it almost startles me. I am pulling the Two of Cups in the upright position. And Gemini, do you understand what that means? It means a meeting of souls, not casual encounter, not a fleeting attraction, a recognition. The kind where two people lock eyes across a crowded room or read the same message at the same moment and feel the air shift. The Two of Cups says this person is already emotionally available. They are not running from a past wound. They are not using you to fill a void. They are coming toward you whole, and they are coming toward you specifically. Beside this card, the star appears. And that is the card of destiny fulfilled after a long, dark night. You have been in your dark night, Gemini. You have been in the chapter where faith felt thin and hope felt borrowed. The star says the night is ending. The star says the water is returning to the river. The star says you will look back on this season of loneliness and whisper, "Thank you for making me wait, because this is what it was all for." Now, I must gently remind you, as I always do, that this reading is a general channel. It is a message sent out like a letter carried on the wind, and it will land differently in every heart that receives it. Filter it through your own intuition. Take what resonates, release what does not. You are the final authority on your own life, and the stars illuminate the path but never force your feet to walk it. Later in this reading, I will walk you through what this incoming love means for your finances, your health, your career, your family, your energy, and your focus. I will reveal your lucky numbers and your lucky color for this powerful day. I will tell you which 3 zodiac signs are most magnetically drawn to you right now. And I will give you the specific mindset shift that will allow this person to walk through the door the moment they appear. But before I go deeper, before I open the next layer of this message, I want to ask you something small but meaningful. If this reading is speaking to something inside you, if your chest felt warm when I said someone is coming, then please tap the like button. It costs you nothing. But it tells the universe that you are open, that you are receiving, that you are saying yes to what is being offered. And if you are not yet subscribed, join this family so you never miss a message meant for your soul. There is something else I must tell you before we move forward. This person who is coming. They are not perfect. I will not paint a fantasy. They will have quirks. They will say something awkward on the first conversation. They will take a little longer to text back than you would like, and your Gemini mind will spiral for approximately 45 seconds before you remember to breathe. But their intention will be pure. Their curiosity about you will be endless. They will want to know your thoughts, your contradictions, your midnight philosophies, your silly jokes that no one else understands. They will not ask you to be one thing. They will fall in love with the fact that you are many things at once. And Gemini, that is what you have been starving for, not perfection. Recognition, someone who sees all your faces and says, yes, all of them. I want all of them. The universe is also showing me that this connection will involve communication. Of course it will. You are ruled by Mercury. Words are your love language. Even when you pretend they are not, this person will enter through a conversation. Maybe a message, maybe a comment, maybe a chance exchange in a place you almost did not go. Pay attention to the small dialogues in the coming days. Pay attention to the person who asks you a question and actually waits for the answer. Pay attention to the one whose words feel like they were written just for you, even in a group setting. That is your sign. That is the knock at the door you forgot existed. What happens next is important, and I do not want you to miss a single layer of this reading, because the guidance I have for your career, your money, your health, and your inner world is just as urgent as the love message. So stay with me, breathe with me, and know that wherever you are right now, in whatever quiet room or busy street or late night bed you are listening from, you are not forgotten. You are not last in line. You are being prepared for something so specific, so tailored, so unmistakably yours that when it arrives, you will laugh at every moment you doubted it was coming. Gemini, before I take you deeper into the love that is rushing toward you, I need to place something sacred in your hands. Something small but powerful. Your lucky numbers for this 17th of August are 7, 14, 23, 38, and 42. Write them down. Whisper them. Let them sit in your awareness like seeds pressed into warm earth. 7 carries the vibration of spiritual completion, the quiet knowing that a cycle is closing and you are stepping into something new. 14 is the number of balance restored, of give and receive finally evening out after a long season where you gave more than you received. 23 is Mercury's own whisper, the number of communication unlocked, of words finding the right ears at the right time. 38 speaks of abundance arriving through unexpected channels, and 42 is the number of a question finally answered, of a mystery dissolving into clarity. Use them. Choose one and set it as a small reminder on your phone. Let your eyes find them in the world around you, on a clock, on a receipt, on a passing car. When you see them, take it as a gentle nod from the universe saying, I am still arranging things for you. Keep going. Your lucky color today is emerald green. Not the pale, hesitant green of early spring, but the deep, saturated, almost velvet green of a forest that has survived every storm and still stands tall. Wear it if you can. A scarf, bracelet, small stone in your pocket. If you cannot wear it, simply visualize it. Close your eyes for 3 breaths and imagine that rich green light pooling in your chest, in your throat, in the space behind your eyes. Emerald green is the color of the heart chakra, opening after a long period of being guarded. It is the color of saying, I will let someone in again even though the last time hurt. And Gemini, that is exactly what the cosmos is asking of you, not reckless openness, not blind trust, but a gentle, deliberate softening. A willingness to be seen. There is something deeper here that I must speak to you about, and it is not about the other person. It is about you. Because here is the truth that no one tells you when you are waiting for love. The waiting changes you. Not always in ways you notice. You start building walls out of logic. You start rehearsing conversations in your head so that nothing can surprise you. You start vetting, filtering, analyzing, protecting, and all of that makes sense. All of that kept you safe. But somewhere in the safety, a small door got locked from the inside, and the person coming toward you cannot open that door for you. They can knock, they can wait on the other side, they can slide a note underneath. But you must be the one to turn the lock, so I am asking you gently, tenderly, with all the love the stars can channel through my voice. Begin unlocking now, not for them, for you, because you deserve to feel what it is like to be open without being afraid. You deserve to feel what it is like to trust without needing a guarantee. You deserve to be soft again. The tarot deepens this message, and I need you to sit with what I am about to share. I am drawing 3 more cards, and they lay themselves down with an urgency that makes the air feel thick. The first is the High Priestess, and she appears for you, Gemini, because your intuition has been screaming at you for weeks. You have been feeling something, a pull, a restlessness, a sense that something is shifting just beneath the surface of your ordinary days. The High Priestess says, stop doubting what you feel, stop asking for external proof before you trust your inner knowing. You already sense this person. You already feel the thread connecting you, trust it. The second card is the Six of Swords, and this one made my chest ache for you, because it speaks of a journey away from turbulent waters. You have been in emotional storm, Gemini, not necessarily a dramatic one. Sometimes the storm is quiet. Sometimes it is just the slow erosion of hope, the daily negotiation with disappointment. The Six of Swords says you are in the boat now. You are moving. The shore you are heading toward is calmer, warmer, and more honest than the shore you are leaving. You do not need to row, you just need to stop reaching back. The third card is the Ace of Cups, and I had to pause when it appeared, because the Ace of Cups is not a continuation. It is a beginning, a brand new, overflowing, unprecedented beginning. It says that what is coming into your emotional life is not a repair of something old. It is not a sequel. It is a first chapter. A cup being filled for the very first time by hands that are not shaking, not uncertain, not half committed. This person will pour into you with steadiness. And you, Gemini, you will let them. That is the miracle, not just that they come, but that you receive. That you do not deflect the compliment, that you do not laugh away the tenderness, that you say, yes, I will let you love me, and mean it. But I also want to speak to the part of you that is tired, the part that has heard promises before, the part that has been told, someone is coming, in past readings, in past months, in past years, and then watch the days pass with no one arriving. I honor that exhaustion. I do not dismiss it, and I will say this with full reverence for your journey. The timing was never wrong before. The timing was preparing you. You needed every single delay to become the person who can now recognize this love when it walks. Inches 2 years ago, you might have missed them. You might have been too guarded, too distracted, too busy proving you did not need anyone. Now you are ready. Now you are soft enough. Now you are brave enough. And that is why the door is opening now and not before. Gemini, what happens next in this reading is important, because the love that is coming does not arrive in isolation. It arrives into a body, into a daily life, into a mind that must be strong enough to hold it. So let me speak to your health now, gently. The way friend would press a warm cloth to your forehead and say, you have been pushing too hard. Because you have, I feel it in the cards. The tension you carry is not just emotional. It lives in your jaw. It lives in the space between your shoulder blades. It lives in the shallow way you have been breathing when you think no one is watching. Your nervous system has been in a low, humming state of alert for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to be truly at rest. The next few days are asking you to remember, not through grand gestures, not through an expensive retreat or a complete life overhaul, simply through small surrenders. A long shower where you let the water run over your neck without rushing. A walk outside where you do not check your phone. A night where you allow yourself to fall asleep before midnight without replaying every conversation you had that day. Your body is not your enemy, Gemini. It is the vessel that will carry you into this new love, and it is asking you, softly, to tend to it. Drink the water, stretch the stiffness out, let yourself rest without earning it first. The universe is also showing me something about your work, your career, the daily grind that fills the hours between your hopes. There has been a frustration building, a feeling of being overlooked, or of speaking and not being heard, or of putting in effort that dissolves without acknowledgement. You are ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, and when your words feel wasted, when your ideas bounce off walls, something in your spirit dims, but the cards are shifting here. The Eight of Pentacles appears, and it tells me that a period of quiet, Unseen craftsmanship is about to be recognized. Something you have been working on in the background, something you almost gave up on because it felt too slow, too thankless, is about to catch someone's eye. A colleague, a superior, client, someone will look at what you have built and say, this is what we need. And that recognition will not be loud. It will not be a parade, but it will be specific and it will be real. And it will remind you that your mind is not too scattered, your thoughts are not too many, your way of connecting dots is not a flaw. It is a gift the world is only beginning to understand. If you are searching for a new role, Gemini, if you are in that exhausting space of sending applications into silence, of rehearsing answers for interviews that never come, hear me. The delay is not a denial. The Three of Wands appears in your career spread, and it shows a figure standing at the shore, watching ships come inches. You are in the watching phase. The ships are already on the water. They are already moving toward you. But you cannot rush the tide. What I will say is this: do not stop applying. Do not stop reaching out, but release the desperation from the act. Send the email and then close the laptop. Walk away, make yourself a tea. Call a friend, let the universe do the arranging. Because the role that is meant for you will not require you to shrink yourself into a mold. It will require exactly the Gemini you are: curious, verbal, quick, multifaceted. And it is closer than the silence suggests. But that is not all. There is something the cards want me to say about your finances, and I will say it with care because I know money carries weight, carries fear, carries the quiet shame of not having enough. The Five of Pentacles has been hovering near your energy for a while. That feeling of standing outside in the cold, looking in at warmth you cannot quite reach. The feeling of calculating, of stretching, of wondering if the next month will be easier or if this tightness is permanent. I need you to hear me clearly. This is a season, not a sentence. The wheel of fortune is turning, and it is turning in your direction. A small, unexpected gain is showing itself. Not a lottery windfall, not a dramatic rescue, but a loosening, a refund you forgot about, a small payment arriving ahead of schedule, a conversation that opens a door to a side income you had not considered. The pressure does not vanish overnight, but it eases. The knot loosens by one thread, then another. And with that easing comes something more important than money. It comes with the return of your dignity, the feeling that you are not drowning, that you can breathe, that the ground beneath you, while not yet lush, is at least steady. There is something deeper here about money and love intertwined, and I want you to sit with this. Part of the reason you have felt unworthy of love is tied to the feeling of not having enough, not enough security, not enough to offer, not enough stability to build a life with someone. And that voice, that cruel, quiet voice that says, "Who would want you when you are still figuring this out?" I need you to silence it today. The person coming toward you is not looking at your bank account. They are not measuring your worth by your productivity or your possessions. They are looking at your mind, your laugh, the way your eyes light up when you talk about something you love. They are coming for your essence, not your are-some. And that, Gemini, is the most terrifying and beautiful thing of all: to be loved not for what you provide, but for who you are. Let yourself believe it is possible. Let yourself believe it is yours. Gemini, now we come to the heart of this reading. The part your soul leaned in for. The part that made your fingers tap the screen and your breath go still. Love. And I am going to speak it in two voices, because your heart may be in one of two places, and both are sacred, both are seen. Both are held by what the stars are weaving for you. If you are single, and I feel so many of you are, if you are in that aching, hollow space where you have convinced yourself you are fine alone, but still feel the phantom weight of a hand you have never held, listen to me with everything you have. This person is not a fantasy I am spinning to comfort you. The Two of Cups does not lie. The Ace of Cups does not exaggerate. Someone is thinking about you right now in a way they cannot explain. They saw something, heard something, felt something, and your name or your image or your energy lodged itself in their mind like a splinter of light they cannot remove. They are not yet in your physical space, but they are in your energetic space. They are circling. They are being guided, and the meeting, when it comes, will feel less like an introduction and more like a remembering. You will look at them and something ancient in your chest will say, "Oh, there you are, I have been waiting." Do not chase, do not force. Do not lower your standards because loneliness is loud tonight. Simply remain open. Remain visible. Say yes to the invitation that feels slightly outside your routine. Walk into the room you would normally skip. Answer the message you would normally leave on read. Because this person is arriving through a door you forgot existed. remember. And you will only find that door if you stop standing in front of the ones you already know. But if you are in a relationship, Gemini, if there is someone already beside you and you click this video hoping, praying that the message was about them. Hear me too, the cards do not ignore you. The lovers appears in your spread and it speaks of a choice being renewed, not a new person. A new chapter within the person you already have, there has been distance, a quiet drifting. Conversations that skim the surface because going deeper feels risky. You have been loving each other in parallel rather than in union. The next 2 weeks bring a conversation that changes the temperature, not a dramatic confrontation, a soft one, a vulnerable one. One of you will say something honest, something slightly terrifying, and the other will not flinch. And in that moment, the wall between you will crack and warmth will pour through. If you have been doubting whether this person is your final answer, the cards say, stop asking the question and start tending the garden. The answer is not in certainty. The answer is in the daily choosing. Choose them again, choose them out loud, and watch what shifts. The universe is also showing me your family, Gemini. And this part is tender. There is a thread between you and someone in your family that has grown thin. A parent, a sibling, someone you love fiercely but communicate with in fragments, in obligation, in half-finished sentences. The Ten of Cups appears reversed. And it tells me that the picture of family harmony you carry in your mind, the one where everyone sits together and everything is easy, has been a source of quiet grief because reality has not matched it. But the card is not permanent, it is shifting upright. A small reconnection is coming. A phone call you almost do not make. A text that says, I was thinking about you, and means it. You do not need to fix the entire history. You do not need to resolve every old wound in one conversation. You simply need to open the window and let a little air inches in, they will meet you there. Not perfectly. Not with all the words you wish they would say. But they will meet you, and that will be enough for now. What happens next in this reading carries the energy of your emotional world, your inner weather, the tone of your days. And Gemini, I want you to hear this because I know how exhausting it is to be you, to feel everything at multiple speeds at once, to be the one who is supposed to be light, witty, adaptable, while inside you are processing 17 emotions simultaneously, and no one can tell. Your energy in the coming days is rising, not exploding, not frantic, rising, like the sun clearing a ridge after a long, gray dawn. You will feel it first as a small curiosity returning, an interest in something you had stopped caring about, a song you hear that makes you want to dance in your kitchen for no reason, a morning where you wake up and the first thought is not worry but wonder. That is your energy healing. That is the fog lifting. Honor it. Do not question it. Do not wait for the other shoe to drop. Let yourself feel good without bracing for the end of it. You have earned this lightness. You have earned the right to feel hopeful without apology. And if you are a student, Gemini, if your mind is supposed to be on books and exams and focus, but instead it is scattered across 100 tabs of anxiety and daydreaming, I see you. The Page of Swords appears for you, and it says your focus is returning, not all at once, not like a switch flipping, but like a tide coming back in inch by inch. You will sit down to study and find to your own surprise that the words stay, that the concepts click, that the panic of I will never learn this softens into I am learning this, slowly, and that is allowed. Give yourself grace, take the breaks, walk outside between chapters. Your mind is not broken. It is simply recalibrating after a season of emotional overload, and once the love energy settles into your life, you will find that your concentration deepens because your heart is no longer restless. It has somewhere to land. And a Gemini with a landed heart is a Gemini who can move mountains with their mind. Gemini, before I release you back into your day, before you close this video and step back into the world with all its noise and demands, there is one more gift I must place in your hands. The stars have shown me 3 signs that are magnetically, almost gravitationally drawn to you in this season. 3 energies that will orbit your life in the coming weeks and may very well carry the face, the voice, the presence of the one who is coming. The first is Libra. Libra, who mirrors your love of beauty, your need for balance, your desire to talk through everything until it makes sense. If a Libra enters your orbit soon, pay attention to the ease, the way conversation flows without effort, the way silence between you does not feel empty but full, like a room where music just stopped playing and the air is still vibrating. Libra will not rush you. Libra will match your pace and then gently invite you one step further. The second is Aquarius. Wild, Brilliant, slightly unpredictable Aquarius. If an Aquarius crosses your path, do not mistake their initial coolness for disinterest. They are observing. They are deciding if you are safe enough to be strange with. And the moment they decide you are Gemini, they will open like a vault of treasures. They will show you ideas you have never considered. They will challenge you in ways that make you feel more alive, not less. And they will love your multiplicity without asking you to choose a single self. The third is Leo. Warm, golden, unapologetically radiant Leo. A Leo in your life right now will feel like sunlight after a long indoor season. They will be loud where you are quick. They will be steady where you are shifting. And they will look at you with a pride that says, I see how extraordinary you are, and I am not intimidated by it. If a Leo reaches for your hand, let them. Let them be warm. Let them be a little too much. You have spent so long being the one who adjusts, who moderates, who makes themselves smaller for comfort. Let someone be grand for you. Let someone take up space and still make room for you beside them. But that is not all. There is one final thing the universe needs you to hear, and it is not about another person. It is about the covenant you make with yourself. Because here is what I have learned from reading the stars for souls like yours. The love that comes from outside can only fill the space that the love inside has already prepared. And you, Gemini, have been so busy looking outward, scanning the horizon, refreshing the screen, waiting for the notification, that you have forgotten to turn that same tender attention inward. Tonight, I am asking you to do one small thing: stand in front of a mirror. Look into your own eyes. Not at your hair, not at your skin, not at the flaws you catalog. Into your eyes and say quietly, I am not too much. I am not too scattered. I am not too hard to love. I am exactly who I was made to be. And I deserve a love that does not ask me to apologize for existing. Say it until your voice stops shaking. Say it until the words feel less like a wish and more like a fact. Because it is a fact. You are not a rough draft waiting to be edited into someone lovable. You are the final version. You have always been the final version. And I must say this with all the tenderness I can gather. This reading is a lantern, not a map. It illuminates possibilities, it whispers directions, but it does not chain you to a single outcome. You are not bound by these words. You are not obligated to wait by a door because I said someone would knock. You are free, you are sovereign. You are the author of your next sentence, and the stars are simply offering suggestions from the margin. Take what resonates. Let the rest drift past like clouds. Your intuition is the final filter, and it is wiser than any card I could pull, any planet I could name. Trust it. Trust yourself, Gemini. My dear, my brave, my endlessly beautiful Gemini. Thank you for being here. Thank you for pressing play. Thank you for letting these words find you in whatever quiet corner of the world you are sitting in right now. Thank you for not giving up on love, even when it felt foolish. Even when the waiting stretched so long you forgot what you were waiting for. You did not give up. And that stubborn, sacred, quiet faith is the very thing that called this person to you. They felt it across whatever distance separates you right now. They felt your refusal to close the door. And they are walking toward it. If this reading touched something tender in you, if it made your eyes sting, or your chest loosen, or your whisper a small, hopeful, please let this be true, then I ask you gently to like this video. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss a message the stars send your way. Share it with a friend who needs to hear it tonight. Come back tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that, because your journey is unfolding in real time, and I want to walk beside you through every chapter. I am sending you emerald light. I am sending you the warmth of a hand reaching for yours in the dark. I am sending you the sound of a voice saying your name like it is a prayer. I am sending you clarity where there was confusion, strength where there was doubt, and love, so much love, the kind that does not need you to be perfect, the kind that simply needs you to be here, breathing, open, willing. You are protected, you are guided. You are not forgotten, and very, very soon you will not be alone. Go in peace, Gemini, go in hope. Go with your heart unlocked and your eyes open. The door is about to open. And as that door opens, Gemini, I want you to step through it with me in your mind's eye. The fact that you are still here, still listening, still holding space for this message while the rest of the world rushes by, tells me everything I need to know about your spiritual readiness. You did not click away when the waiting felt too heavy. You did not close this video when the hope felt too fragile. You stayed, and the universe rewards those who stay. It rewards the quiet endurance of a heart that refuses to turn to stone, even when it has been bruised. So let this final chapter be your energetic seal. Let it be the moment we lock this blessing into your aura so that it cannot be undone, cannot be delayed, and cannot be diverted. I want you to take a deep, slow breath in right now. Fill your lungs completely, holding the air for just a second, and then release it with a soft sigh. As you exhale, I want you to visualize that deep, velvet emerald green light we spoke of earlier. Imagine it pooling at the base of your spine, warm and heavy, and then watch it begin to rise. It moves up through your roots, up through your stomach, wrapping around your heart like a protective, glowing vine. This light is not just a color, it is a frequency. It is the frequency of worthiness. It is the frequency of a love that does not require you to perform, to hustle, or to prove your value. Let that green light fill your throat, clearing away all the words you swallowed, all the truths you hid, all the times you said you were fine when you were breaking. Let it rise into your mind, soothing the frantic, overthinking Gemini energy, quieting the endless tabs open in your brain, until there is only stillness, only peace, only the profound, unshakable knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Even now, as we reach the end of this reading, a small, fearful part of your mind might whisper, asking what if it doesn't happen? What if you wake up tomorrow and nothing has changed? I need you to look that fear directly in the eye and thank it for trying to protect you, and then gently ask it to step aside. Because what happens next is not up to your fear. It is up to the cosmos. The architecture of your life is being rearranged by forces so much vaster and so much kinder than your anxious thoughts could ever comprehend. You are being moved from the waiting room into the main hall. You are being transitioned from the season of the hermit into the season of the lover. And this transition requires you to drop the heavy armor you have been wearing. You do not need to be guarded anymore. You do not need to have a witty comeback for every vulnerable moment. You are allowed to be soft. You are allowed to be received. Feel the relief washing over you now. That tight band around your chest is loosening. The pressure to figure it all out is dissolving. You are empowered not by forcing things to happen, but by finally allowing them to unfold. You are hopeful, not fragile, trembling hope, but grounded, rooted hope that knows the sun will rise even if the night is long. You are protected by the very delays that frustrated you, and you are motivated by a quiet, burning excitement for the days ahead. The person who is coming is going to look at you and wonder how they got so lucky. They are going to trace the lines of your palm and thank whatever stars aligned to bring you into their path. And you, my beautiful Gemini, will smile, because you will finally understand that the wait was just the universe taking the time to build a love sturdy enough to hold the magnificent, complex, brilliant soul that you are. Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with your time, your energy, and your open heart today. Remember always that this reading is a guide, lantern held up in the dark, but you are the one walking the path. Keep what resonates deeply within your spirit, and let the rest fall away like autumn leaves. If this message brought you comfort, if it made you feel seen and held, please leave a like, subscribe to our sacred space here, and share this light with someone who needs to hear it. Return to me tomorrow and the next day, as we continue to decode the beautiful, mysterious language of the stars together. I send you the deepest blessings of clarity for your mind, strength for your spirit, and an overwhelming, all-encompassing love for your heart. You are seen. You are cherished. You are ready. Go now, Gemini. Step into your power. Step into your promise. The door is open, and your beautiful life is waiting on the other side.